Great to see you here. In this session, we are trying to understand concept of inheritance. Inheritance is very important term in object-oriented programming, and it is most valuable because it's a concept of code reuse. All object-oriented programming languages support this inheritance concept. There are different types of inheritance, so let us try to understand what is inheritance. To understand concept of inheritance, we have to understand three basic things. Number one, it is a concept of code reuse. Once we are developing any code, instead of using it only once or twice, we can use it again and again. Now this is concept of code reuse. So once we develop a class, we can reuse this code by creating multiple objects. This is one thing. But when we need to change something in a class, then instead of developing a totally new class, what we can do is we can use the concept of inheritance, and by using this concept we can create a new class by using existing class. Now this is inheritance. We can create a new class by using existing class, and that's why it will reduce your efforts for development of your class. Instead of creating everything from the scratch, you can just put in a new class what are the changes, what are the new things that you expect in your program. And that's why when we are developing a class and we are implementing it, after using or after creating some objects, we need some changes in a class. This is a life cycle. We have studied software engineering life cycle, and in life cycle we have seen that every time when we create a new software, after some time again new requirement are arised and we have to develop a new version of software. In the same way, when we are using a class, after creating some objects, after some time we need some more features in object or some more functionalities in that object, and therefore we need to create a new class. Now instead of creating a totally new class, what can we do is we can use existing class, and in a new class we will put only what is a new thing, what are the new things we are expecting that we can add in a new class. So we are using the existing class again, and that's why it's a concept of code reuse. And while we are creating multiple classes, first we have created class 1, and then by using class 1 we have created class 2. Now class 2 is the next version of your class, and we can also call it as a version synthesis. When we develop a class, we are going to create its generations. Okay, from one class, next class, again from that class, next class, again from that class, next class. So we are creating this process continuously, and this is called as a version synthesis. In software engineering also, version synthesis means what? When we are creating a software, we are going to create multiple versions of that software. As time passes, we are creating a new version of each software, and this process is called as version synthesis. Same concept is applicable for classes. As time passes, we have to create a new class each time with new requirements, with new availabilities, with new functionalities, or with new attributes. We have to create these classes so that your programming will become better and efficient also. And this process is known as inheritance. Inheritance cannot be avoided in real life software development, and that's why inheritance concept is very important to understand. Now how it works? Now let's take an example. See, a class A is one class. Now this class will be used to create a new class, and class B is a new class that we have generated. Now this is called as a simple inheritance. I already told you that there are multiple types of inheritance. First, we will try to understand what is single inheritance or a simple inheritance. So, creating one new class by using one existing class is known as a single inheritance, or it is also called as a simple inheritance. Now, there are different words used for existing class and new class. In some programming languages, existing class is known as a base class, and new class generated is known as a child class. In some programming it is called as a derived class. In some programming it is called as a subclass. In Java, superclass is used for parent class, and subclass is used for newly created class. In C++, Base class is used for class A and derived class word is used for class B. Now this is a simple concept of inheritance. I hope all of you have understand the concept of inheritance clearly. So you can tell me what are benefits of using single inheritance in comments. Next, we are going to see how we can create concept of single inheritance in Java programming. So let us try to understand how to use inheritance concept in Java. Now let us take with the help of example. Now you can see here I have given a code and let us try to understand this code. Now again I am using the same names, class A and class B. Now class A is suppose existing class, and what is inside this class? Now there is only one method called as test. I am not going to give the code for class because intention is not to write the code for class, but my intention is to show how to create a new class or how to implement concept of inheritance in this Java program. Now here you can see here package P1 is created. Now this P1 contains class A and the class A contains method test. Now this is called as base class. Now this is existing class. It is called as a super class in Java, and we have to use a package for class. Now why we have to use a package for class? Now to create a new class by using existing class, we need to import this class first, and to import it will be better to put this class in a package. So if we are putting any class in a package, later on we can import it. So what I am doing is, while creating class A, I am using a package concept. If you don't know what is package concept, I have given link below. Just click on that link and watch the full concept of packages, and again you can resume this session. Now public class A is a class. It contains test method. Now how to inherit? Now here I am showing a separate program. Okay, you can do it in the same program or you can do it in a separate program. Purposefully I am showing as a separate file because I am also trying to demonstrate how to use packages here. Now what I am doing here, import p1.class A. So existing class is imported in a program, and then we are going to create a new class. Now to create a new class in Java, we have to use keyword extends. Now you can see here class B extends class A. Now class A is an existing class which is used or which is extended, and then class B will be created. So class B will be the extension for class A. And then what is the new thing that we have to add in a class? So already test class can be used by class B because it is there in a original class, in existing class. Now suppose test2 is a new method which is expected, we can write its code. Now existing methods are by default available to the subclass. Now superclass is available. Now what are the needs for writing this program? You can see here, when you are extending a class A, that class A must be available in that program, and that's why we have imported. So your superclass must be available to your program, and then we have to use the extends keyword. Now by using this we can extend the class and we can create a new class. Now we have to understand one rule. One class can extend only one class. So only one class can be extended. You cannot say class B extends class A and some other classes. No, we can extend only one class at a time. We cannot extend multiple classes, and the newly created class is called as subclass. Now with the help of this example, I hope you are clear with the concept of inheritance in Java. In next session, I will give you a practical session to create these programs so that you can understand how practically we can go for single inheritance in Java. So let us meet in the next session where we will have a practical demonstration of using inheritance concept in Java. For the time being, happy learning. Bye bye.